UniX Gaming. Play to earn.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to the Community AMA Unix Gaming. Yeah. That's a cool feature. I think there have been already a lot waiting in the chat. Just give it a few more minutes, and now when people see that we are actually live, that the AMA starts in a few seconds, and then we run through some news. Don't worry, the people in the background with Andy, this is all Unix divers in Dubai. I have not the pleasure to have so many people around me. I'm traveling at the moment. I'm in Germany on a
pit stop, Mirko.
on a pit stop to Miami, and yeah, so exciting things coming up in the last few days, weeks. So I think we can jump in. 1 second.
Do you want me to go through the questions, Mirko, or should we start with the two big announcements? Maybe you can do one up.
What is this announcement, Andy? Tell me about it.
Do you want me to do the first one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have two huge announcements, and I'll also answer one of the questions that follows on from this. So one of the huge announcements is we have been signed off to go on to another exchange. That will happen at some point in May. It's been signed off and confirmed. For legal reasons, I cannot say what exchange this is. What I can tell you is they have 5 times the amount of volume that our current exchange has. Once we are on this exchange in May, we have a 12-week window in which then we can go on to one of the big 3 exchanges that are within reach, and that is Huobi, Gate, or KuCoin. There's a clear road to being on one of these exchanges, but 2 things were letting us down, we felt, and that was the sale pressure from the seed and private rounds. That's now been pushed back to next year, which the exchanges was very happy about. And the fact now that we've gone on to an exchange bigger than what we are on at the moment, once we've got 2 exchanges running simultaneously, and they've got some good volume going through them, we've got a very good market maker, so that should give us a clear path to one of the big 3, roughly about 12 weeks after.
Just to add that, so one is 100% confirmed for early May, and today we have a contact with another one. They said if the first one is live, then we can list you on the other one, because they're just waiting, what is the, once the process is done, we cannot share legal documents with them. But both exchanges are on CoinGecko, I think in the top 16, 17. So yeah, this is what we can tell. We cannot name the name because because the exchanges want to be first for the announcement, and then we allowed to repost. So just that you understand.
But just so everybody is clear, the exchange we're already on, we've been signed off for another one for early May, which is great. And then we had news today that there's a possibility of another exchange, which won't be Gate, Huobi, or KuCoin. And then we've got a clear road after that to getting onto one of the 3 big exchanges. Mirko, I will let you go with the second announcement when you're ready.
I think most of you, they know what we already, if you follow the MAs, or if you follow some treasury hunt, I would say, what we sometimes drop. So basically, it's already published. The PR is done. DAO Maker, UNIX, and SL2, the partnership for the final round Launchpad is done. The partnership is very, very, it's not just like, just a partnership what we have at games, where we basically cooperate or we play their game. DAO Maker and SL2 and us, we have basically running together the final round Launchpad. So, why we do that is, UNix Gaming have the expertise in gaming, in due diligence on the projects, in basically monetizing NFTs, having all the early access to the projects. Then we have DAO Maker, basically with the expertise of 5 years. And if you check certain slides, DAO Maker is is the top #1 launchpad out there, and followed by a few of the other bigger ones. And yeah, we are super happy to have them on board on that project final round, because it's, for us, it's not important really to, just to push out the launchpad. No, we want to have the best results. So UniX Gaming, all the expertise about the gaming sector, DAO Maker about due diligence, how to launch the projects, get them ready to the market, what do they need, basically to fulfill the criteria. And we have SL2 with the technical side. With SL2 is also David Atkinson and their team, working on the tech on the launchpad. And of course, we are involving. So this is basically, I think it's a major announcement. It's already a few months, but we had to get everything legal. It's nothing when you open a new company with 3 partners, everything need to be very, very transparent and clear, which terms are that, who is doing what, and so on. So we have that done. So the article is out. The launchpad itself is coming. I mean, it's ready. It's ready already since a month, but we have just no game to launch. And we mentioned it. I just repeat that. I know the most of you know, because people waiting for the best position in the market. So now we have finally have more commitments. We have 17 games in total we're talking to, and we're looking at, by signing up 6 games around that, and then we start the marketing around it, because it's have a much more impact, getting all their communities basically activated and jumping on the first possibility to basically get their game tokens. And that's why but we still have not a concrete date, but it's gonna be early May. It's gonna be that's the dates we get from the games. Again, it's not on us, and at the end we also need to support. I know a lot of you waiting, and it's really not that we don't want to squeeze out any game, but to launch a launchpad is also where we position us in the market. Like what's the quality of the games, and the due diligence need to be done very properly on that too. That we make sure you waiting for these launches, having a quality launch, having a proper game what is on that launchpad. So it's a little bit more waiting time until the games we get the first date confirmed. You will know the first, and this is the plan a little bit about the launchpad. But you can be sure we have just now also today we talked with another launchpad. It's also in the top 5. What is super successful since September, have over 15 races already, and we also partner up with them. It's gonna be kind of a not a JV as we have with our launchpad, but like a partnership where we launch more co-launches. So we have enough launches for throughout the year already. So I think this is the big news. The exchange listing, DAO Maker is done. It's settled. We are married. We cannot go anywhere. We have now this company. We run it together. So I hope this gives you a lot the confidence about that this is going to be successful. Maybe we jump in a few questions you have, Andy, because I have a lot more to share, and I want first the voice of the community.
Yeah, so one of the questions was, and I'll answer this one, we originally was going to announce a game every single Wednesday. 2 people that we spoke to, one of them is the founder and creator of DAO Maker, said, look, he would seriously look at doing a marketing campaign surrounding, 4 or 5 titles. When Tim come on board, you know how much I've been raving about how good Tim is. He come up with the same idea as well. So what we're going to be doing is in the not too distant future, we are going to be announcing once the release of final round Launchpad is out there. We're going to be announcing the titles in one go. We feel
it's for, so just to clarify, it's for the initial launch, you know, like the launch. And then, of course, once we have titles, we also come up, you know, and release it on a more frequent base. Yeah. So just to understand, we need a maximum marketing push. On the website, I shared it once already as a leak in our Telegram, you know, all the blockchains we are integrating. Just on that as a note, we have at the moment 2, but we're working on another 2. So it's just, and even they are not integrated, we're still doing raises on their platform. We just do it manually. And so with the blockchains we created, yeah, it's basically, we have around 8 to 9 blockchains within a few months. And then we, from the blockchain wise, we are already leading Launchpad on blockchains. Because what we do is we identify blockchains who are game heavy, basically to have our feet in that blockchain. And of course, it's going to be throughout that whole building. It's also strategic because we have more and more releasing throughout the months. You know, once we live, especially in the beginning, having more announcements, Solana, IVEX, and so on. So there are going to be a few more integrations. And then also one more highlight, and I pretty sure everybody know Chainlink. Chainlink is one of the partners in the Launchpad. We implemented the VRF,
verifiable randomness function.
Verifiable randomness function.
Yeah, it's basically a lottery system for the bottom 2 tiers.
Yeah, so also they gonna support the Launchpad, and of course the integration in the blockchains, given additional exposure. And while we expanding our blockchain portfolio, you can be sure Solana, they launching a lot of game, AVEX, it's gonna be more and more integrations. And we have a few major titles we cannot name yet, but once we get them, of course you will be the first who know about these titles. Andy, anything else?
Sorry, yeah, so the answer to that question is the reason why we didn't announce every Wednesday is because we come up with a new marketing strategy laid out by the founder of DAOmaker and Tim, head of marketing. Next question was, what's your opinion on waiting for the announcements when the market is green for a couple of days in a row? I get that the IGOs would want that, and that's why they are delaying their launch date, but I don't think it's too healthy. And what should you do? Thoughts? So basically, we've had the options to launch a couple of other smaller games, but it's not the type of attention that I think we want to attract for the launch. So we want to launch with some huge titles and some titles that are going to be very, very good. So we didn't want to launch with, I don't want to mention some of the games that we turned away, but yeah, now we've signed the titles. We've actually got some contracts signed and back, and we're very close to signing the other titles before we actually announce it to everybody. It's not in our hands when they launch, you know. These are games that are all worth, you know, 80 million plus. We're on their time theory now. So if they want to launch, you know, May, we'll launch in May. If it's the end of May, beginning of June, we're completely not in control of that. All we can tell you is we've got a signed contract with a set amount of allocation that we can launch on the Launchpad. So that's all I can tell you in regards to we're signing the games. When they decide to launch, at the minute, all of them are TBA. They've all got rough dates in mind, but none of them's set in stone. Mirko, I've got a question for you here. We have 193,000 active guild members. How much do they earn from UniX monthly, and does that money structurally gets used for buybacks, or was that a one-off? Where else is it used for? So I think there's a little bit of confusion there.
So just on that, so we a player community, of course, and now, of course, since we're live, we have token holder and, of course, community member. The 200,000 people, actually, it's the correct number, but that's players, and this is like, it's not they're not necessarily doing play and earn games. These scholarships we have, and we have 5,000 of them. These are our, let's say, the scholarship is a profit sharing model, and for sure we're doing buybacks as we already have done in the past. It's just not to just frequently buy back tokens, because there is a market for that, and you're not randomly doing buybacks. It's really like it's announced, it's not doing on daily. So definitely the revenue is part, of course, financing Unix as an operation, but buybacks are planned ever since, and we're doing them, and we have them done already. So, and we maintain, of course, price, but it's no point at the moment buying back while we're having more and more releases coming up where we can organically increase the price value. So, and if it's necessary, we will, of course, buy back tokens.
Okay, well answered, Mirko. Well answered. Next question is from my good friend Crypto Knob. Solana got some really good play to earn projects, but the network is always congested. Yeah, that is very, very true. But Solana is, there's some huge games going on there. So for us, it's imperative that we have the Solana rail. And I believe that's completed now, Mirko. I think the Solana rail's been put in, so we will be launching Solana games as soon as the...
our developer said it's he gave us a scope of work. He said he implemented it by May 30, but if it's a developer, you add maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Okay,
April 30.
Yeah, April 30. Sorry, April 30. So actually in 5 days. But on a developer, you add 1 or week, because it's like it's they have a different. They're living in a different zone. Not all of them.
With the social app, do you remember that when we was planning on getting that done? This was December. He said, "Yes, 6 weeks, and it'll be done." I think what month were we in that April? Yeah, did a fantastic job.
No, but for the app, we have changed the team. It's basically it's a very good friend of mine who's the tech lead on the app, together with a smaller team. It's not yet. It's gonna be V1. We have 2 different rollouts on the app until the monetization as well, and so on. But of course, everybody here who's a Unix token holder will benefit from the app.
Mirko, Crypto Knob again. When is the next treasury report due? Because the last one come out in the end of Jan. So it's been 3 months since the last one. Are we going to get a treasury report in May?
As I believe the CFO is working on that for May. Yeah.
Okay. Any updates on 1 megahertz studio? Yep. There is going to be more news coming out on that, Crypto Knob, very, very shortly. Our relationship with the sandbox is ever growing. We're offering quite a bit of consultancy to games that are coming onto the blockchain. And also, I think it's maybe worth knowing that maybe touching on the Azure Games relationship. There's not
so give you everybody a little bit overview. So we have a few partnerships lined up. One is Azure Games. It's not confirmed, but we basically advise them, and they are a major player because they the 3rd largest publishing company. So I mean, we advise them now, but the point is getting a deal on the games they publish, because we have with them basically, I would say, unlimited supply on games if they are good, if we want to launch them. That's one partnership. We talk to other projects. They also have 3-4 games and they're publishing more. So there is actually where we are building at the moment a very solid partnership to first of all utilizing the game development studio, but also the Launchpad, to have future games basically already committed, and this is kind of a deal flow. They're not coming today, but the project, especially Azure games, they have so much on their roadmap. And basically what we did, we connected them with Binance, and they most probably, but this is just something that they get a direct listing or whatever. It's just speculation. I'm not can confirm anything there. I have a meeting with Azure Games on Thursday. Maybe I know more, but this is a little bit where we building on, having these partnerships. You don't need 1,000 partnerships. You need the good ones. And one is, for example, DAO Maker. Another one would be GameFi.org. Other one would be Azure Games. And we have many, many more in the lines. Like Sandbox is an awesome partnership. Building for Decentraland, building for Axie Infinity. These are things we do. And of course, advising basically and supporting with game development, blockchain development, these projects. And this is a huge market. Just to maybe clarify for everyone who's watching, there was the DGC in I think in Texas. It's the game development or GDC, the game development conference, and this is from traditional gaming, but 50% talking about blockchain. So you will see a lot of projects that are coming into the space. They have no clue about blockchain. Okay, I met from a huge company, the head of blockchain or the blockchain advisor. I don't know who hired them, but I'm not to blame anyone, but it's like they need serious support. And this is just something what meet our portfolio basically, with the Launchpad, with Game Studio, with DAO Maker, and so on. So we have a lot to offer, more and more to offer. Even might be from the token that we are little, but we are growing bigger and bigger in the back. And that was actually the time we used, we had full focus on partnerships and all that stuff. So super excited about what's coming. Not to spoil it too much, but it's a long-term play, just to understand for everybody who is maybe impatient. It's just, like all usually, and then just to give you an example, all crypto projects are usually startups. They're building something. Not often the project itself, they have already things developed, right? So you're investing in something where you maybe don't know what will happen in 2 years, but I hope we try to give you, or we give you the confidence that we're working hard in the back. And yes, there was a few things that we should be open. I mean, communication. I hope we give everything what you need, that you have all the informations. So yeah, to round that up, sorry, Andy, you have any other questions, or can I proceed?
Let's do one more. Crypto Knob just said, don't take offense, Mirko, please. Thanks, Andrew, for answering my questions. My favorite Unix gaming team member. Thank you. Means a lot. You are.
You're not like anymore. You're only Knob. Okay.
Fahana, the queen of social media. Where is she? I can see you there. She's having a good old laugh at this. I have got another question from one of the community members. One moment. The question was basically, where can we about the streaming pool? The fact that we have 27 million stream views. Where can I see the Twitch or YouTube channels you are affiliated with? So basically, the streamers that we use in the pool, where can people see exactly where they are?
And we're gonna highlight them on the upgrade of the website. Basically with the game library. So what we have basically a summary of all the games, you have trading view integrated, you have all the analysis, all the token information, everything you need about a game to know. We will have the game library, and then also we will link you to the streamers. And yeah, then you have basically the direct link, what they're doing, and you can watch them anytime. It's a little bit, organized, in our little website. So yeah.
Okay, I think that should just about do it, Mirko. For everybody that don't know, Mirko is actually in his bedroom where he grew up and first started playing video games.
Yeah, it's that's a good ending. Yeah. No, I'm for everyone. I'm in Germany, and yeah, it's basically here. I have still my gaming chair, my gaming setup, where I started or playing 20 years ago. Counter-Strike, professional, just random. No, thank you, Andy, for lightening that highlight that. Yeah, so yeah.
No, I'm just going to say, just another update, DAO implementation. We had a few members from the community last week take part in a DAO setup call. We're toying with some ideas about how often we're going to be using DAO members to take part in submitting proposals and that. But if there is anyone from the community that would like to take part in the coming months, we are going to be running DAO halls regularly. So it'd be nice if people want to get involved. Also, what I would like to say is we've had a couple of really good community members really get involved with, making some videos, coming up with some really good campaigns that other blockchain projects are doing. So guys, use a part of this project as well. If anyone sees anything that they really do like or any ideas that they do have, we're very, very sort of forthcoming. If you guys want to suggest anything, Scott's a big active member of the team. He's always in the community. So's myself. Please don't hide. If you do have any good ideas, please submit them to us. All we can do is say no.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Just as an update also on the Launchpad, and this is just something it's going to throughout Q2. We're working on the initial NFT offering. Basically, we launch. We can launch anyway. It's a multi-launch launchpad. We have several options to launch: Dutch auction, balancer, whatever. So we have many things. In addition, we can offer whitelist spots, but also NFT mints, because I think it's a huge market and we have the technology ready. We just need to test it and audit it, and then we can bring it also up to the website. Also, a marketplace, what we already planned for later this year. And just I want to highlight a little bit. So all the tech, actually, what we had planned throughout the year, because of bad market, we moved way forward. The marketplace is under construction. It's going to have a unique function of lending, borrowing, renting NFTs, plus buying and selling NFTs, game NFTs. You can buy board apes, whatever, through the marketplace. Going to be multi-chain, same as the Launchpad. That's going to be in the for the final round, but also separate. It's going to be white label and so on. That's things were coming in addition to the Launchpad through the year. So there's more features on the Launchpad, gives more value to the token, gives more exposure on blockchains, because the marketplace will be also again implemented in all the blockchains. So there's another push on our product. That's to finish here with the final round. I hope that was all the good information. Then, as you know, with your tiers, with the unlocking tiers, and we worked a lot on the Discord, and it's not just to understand, it's not to set up just a Discord and some channels. No, we implemented a bunch of value, trading charts, bots for NFTs, floor prices, and so on. And of course that, as per your tier, you have basically access to the Discord. And also in the Discord, especially in the legendary round, in the founders chat, and also further down, we discussing the first round, what we already mentioned. So the first round basically allows you internally, that we create groups, and we can basically participate even in earlier rounds than the Launchpads. Selected, of course, it's not public because there's a huge demand. Depends where all that goes. Maybe it's a new trend and we are the pioneer in that space opening up. That would be also maybe ideal, but we do that definitely internally. In the Discord of Unix Gaming, there will be the access for the token holder, and you will get airdrop an NFT as per your tier, what basically gives you access in the Discord. We will also explain how to register that if you're not familiar. It's a very simple integration in Discord, collab land. You register your NFT and then you can enjoy the access, especially, for example, in Unix Labs, what is accessible partly for rare, for epic, and of course for legendary. That you can drop a project if you want to get a deep analysis on that. You can check all the analysis sheets and the projects we have done, all the projects we're talking to. You can really have a look into that. That's one thing. Yeah, so Discord, I think it's definitely a huge value add. Just while you spending time anywhere in Telegram, you can also step in Discord. Discord is just a better place to do that, to structure the channels and so on. And you really can. And yeah, we hope to have discussions there about projects, what you like, which one we should launch. We really build a Discord out that we want everybody in the community basically to participate, and we decide what is moving forward. It's a very community driven Launchpad, and so I'm super excited about the Discord. Gonna be ready. The final testing is done on Friday and throughout the weekend with a small team, just to go through all these sections, and then slowly we open up for legendary, epic, and for rare, that you have your special access.
Mirko, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to leave you with the call unless you want to end it here. I have to go, Mirko. Some of us have to work.
Good, Andy. Someone needs to work, right?
in our bedroom. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Love you all in the community, especially you, Crypto Knob, Scott Parker, Claire, David Street, the other David, Valerio, GS. Love to you all. I am off, Mirko. I've got another few hours yet, and it's only 7 p.m. Pay rise might be around the corner, Mirko. Pay rise. See you later, guys. Been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Yeah, just to round up, what's still upcoming. Beside, we have the exchange, we have the Launchpad, the Discord is coming. We also working on an NFT drop, and it's a few allocations given to the Launchpad. The NFT drop is hopefully going to be live. Depends a little bit on the timeline with the NYC New York, and also we have a huge support on the NFT collection itself, but also the marketplace. It's basically someone from the team of Gary V NFTs, so we are having a strong backer on that technically, but also kind of a person who is really well known in the NFT space and really understand what we need and what people need or what they like on community NFTs and so on. So this is something huge. Is also very, very promising. Yeah, the NFTs, the funds what is raised there is partly for the fund itself, our Unix fund for early investments, but also we're going to launch our esport teams, and this is something huge because this is brand awareness, this is tournaments participating, and the ultimate benefit of NFTs from Unix are at the end the ultimate ownership really longer down the road. Once you not claimed as a security if you provide shares or anything. So once there's a legal or the regulations change, holding these NFTs or participating definitely gives you the ultimate ownership to the UniX project itself. It cannot be done through tokens, but through NFTs. And yeah, that's something very interesting, I think, to look at. We will, of course, keep you updated about the NFTs and the drop, and maybe the first, once we get the first illustration done. Also, the illustrator is not unknown, but also not superstar. But the superstars, usually they have their own collection. It's very hard to get one since NFTs are such a hype. Then we have, of course, also the permissionless event in May. I know there was a few of you that are coming there. Happy to meet everyone permissionless. I'm there. We are there from the 12th to the 20th, but the event is from 17 to 19. And yeah, whoever want to join there, or NYC New York, we're going there. We're going to be there. Our one partner is speaker there. NYC New York, NFT New York, sorry. That's one thing. And yeah, we also gonna be more visible also, not 100%, this is a little bit leak, but we about to sign that, so that's why I mentioned it with Crypto Banter and the in-game in the game show. We're gonna collaborate there, and basically we do bring on more games on that. Same still with the Paul Barron show, and of course our own channels. And yeah, this is, I think, what we're heavily building on. There's more things in the background, as I mentioned, with the partnerships with Azure Games, what working there, which games we're actually incubating, which games we are working closer together with, not just to launch their token. Of course, all these discussions and all these questions can be then more closely, and we will let you be part of that in the Discord channels, where we will all be more active people who really actively working. The head of partnerships, the head of business development, Andy, myself, Nick, the CEO, head of marketing, head of gaming, head of esports. So there are going to be a lot of people you really can direct your question to. And yeah, so I'm very excited for the time. I hope that AMA was really what you were looking for. More announcement about the games, as I mentioned, gonna be throughout, hopefully next week or the week after. It's just we want to have that larger marketing push, go out there, 6 games, 7 games, and then really following up with highlights toward the first game launch. After that, of course, we not stop. Yeah, we every new game what we will bring on give new exposure to the token, to the ecosystem. So and yeah, we need the die-hard family we have already here with you guys to also, you know, maybe educate new joiners about the project, you know, because sometimes it's not visible on the surface. You know, they don't know us yet, they don't know you yet, they don't know the project like in and out like you do. So would be a huge support if everybody, you know, once we get the huge traffic coming, that we have really like a very nice organic community, and everybody's helping hand and getting people off the ground, how to do this, what is Unix about, and so on. So yeah, thank you for the participation, and it's a pleasure as always, you know, to have you. And please, if you have ideas, anything, we have a very strong team to take, you know, suggestions, all this stuff towards us in the meantime, until we don't have the Discord. Once we have the Discord, anyway, it's in the schedule that we are like really more active there. It's just like we rushing from country to country, me personally, and you know, we very busy with the organization of the Launchpad and getting all these deals done. The final okay is always done through, you know, the 3 top partners, DAO Maker, SL2, myself, so the leaders of these 2 companies as well. So, and it takes a little bit more decision-making process in the beginning, It's going to be more smooth. The information is going to be more faster. The processes, once we have the first launches done, everything is become like more routine, and processes become optimized, and then you will have a much smoother information flow, same as in the Discord. So yeah, it takes time, I understand, but it's not that we are just delaying or anything. It's really the market, the Launchpad is ready already longer. The features, at least we can technically, we had a lot of time to push projects forward as the marketplace, as the app, plus the Launchpad. So this is really a huge achievement. I hope you honor that and the effort we do there. And then once we get these 3 projects out, it should be stabilized or benefit a lot the token, because marketplace fees gonna support the UniX token. Of course, the Launchpad, more buyers gonna benefit the UniX token, more exchanges, more volume, more chances to get top 5 exchanges, gonna benefit the UniX token. The app gonna benefit the UniX token. So there's many more ways, and we really, that's our main goal, to make this token a very strong ecosystem token. And yeah, so super excited. Thank you so much for listening. I think we covered a lot this community AMA. The YouTube video is recorded, of course, and we will do chapters also in the video, so it's more easy to get back to the chapters, to the informations about the AMA that you understand, or you can click through where maybe you want to show someone, or you recap something. Yeah, thank you. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed Monday. Greetings from Germany. Hope to see you, everybody, in the next AMA next Monday. And of course, who is ever coming to Miami or NYC, NFT NYC, happy to meet. And then, yeah, guys, I love you, and we are there. We're working hard. Anything you need, let us know. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.